I told my son the real reason his uncle isn't welcome here. My son Jake came home from school yesterday and asked me why Uncle Brian never comes to Thanksgiving anymore. He said his friends all have uncles who take them fishing and to baseball games. He wanted to know what he did wrong to make Uncle Brian stay away. I told him it wasn't his fault, that Uncle Brian made choices that meant he couldn't be around our family anymore. Jake didn't accept that answer. Dad, I'm 14. I'm not a little kid. Just tell me the truth. I looked at my wife. She nodded slowly. We'd always said we'd tell him when he was old enough. Maybe this was the moment. I sat Jake down at the kitchen table. My hands were shaking. 3 years ago, Uncle Brian borrowed money from us. A lot of money. He said it was for a business opportunity that couldn't fail. He showed us spreadsheets and projections. He was convincing. How much? Jake asked. $80,000. Our entire savings. The money we'd set aside for your college fund. Jake's face went pale. He didn't say anything. Brian told us we'd double our investment in 6 months. He said we'd be able to buy a bigger house, take vacations. All of it sounded too good to be true, because it was. There was no business, no investment opportunity. Brian had a gambling addiction he'd hidden from everyone for years. He owed money to people, dangerous people. He used our savings to pay off his debts. When I confronted him, he didn't even deny it. He just shrugged and said he'd pay us back eventually, like it was nothing, like he hadn't just stolen our future. I told him to leave and never come back. Jake was quiet for a long time. Then he asked the question I'd been dreading. Is that why Mom had to go back to work? Yes. Is that why we moved to this apartment? Yes. Is that why you work nights now? I couldn't answer. My throat closed up. My wife stepped in. Your dad works 2 jobs because Uncle Brian took everything we had. We've been rebuilding for 3 years. We're almost back to where we were. Jake stood up from the table. His fists were clenched. He stole from us and nobody did anything? I explained that we tried. We went to the police. But Brian had convinced us to give the money willingly. There was no crime on paper. Just a family member who betrayed us. Jake went to his room without another word. The next morning, he came downstairs with a strange look on his face. He asked if he could borrow my laptop. Said it was for a school project. I didn't think anything of it. 3 days later, my phone rang at 7 inches the morning.